Lesson 3. How annuities are sold. Who sells annuities and how are they paid? By the end of this lesson, you will understand who can sell different types of annuities, how sellers may be paid, and the most important compensation question to ask before buying. Welcome back. In the last lesson, you met the four main members of the annuity family: fixed, indexed, variable, and income annuities. Now we need to talk about how these products reach the public. Who sells annuities? What licenses do they need? And how are they paid when someone purchases a contract? This is an important conversation, but I do not want you to become suspicious of every insurance agent or financial professional. There is nothing wrong with someone being paid for the work they do. A good professional may spend many hours learning about your situation, comparing products, completing paperwork, and helping you understand your choices. The issue is not whether someone gets paid. The issue is whether you understand how that person is paid and whether the compensation could influence the recommendation you receive. My goal is to help you become informed, confident, and comfortable asking the right questions. Annuities may be sold through insurance agencies, banks, brokerage firms, financial planning firms, and independent financial professionals. You may hear titles such as insurance agent, financial advisor, registered representative, broker, investment advisor, or financial planner. These titles can be confusing because they do not always tell you exactly what the person is licensed to sell or what legal role the person is serving in at that moment. A person selling a fixed, indexed, or traditional income annuity generally needs a state insurance license. Variable annuities also require proper securities registration. This is why it is reasonable to ask, what licenses do you hold and in what role are you working with me today? A qualified professional should be able to answer that clearly. What does best interest mean? You may have heard that some financial professionals must act as fiduciaries. A fiduciary is generally expected to place the client's interests ahead of their own when providing investment advice. However, annuity sales rules are more complicated. The rules may depend on the type of annuity, the seller's license, the seller's role, and the state where the sale takes place. Many states require an insurance producer to act in the consumer's best interest. Broker-dealers and investment advisors follow similar standards, but you still need to ask questions. A recommendation may meet a legal standard and still not be the best available choice for your particular situation. The seller may have access to only a limited group of companies. Two professionals may recommend two very different products. It means you should understand the person's role, the choices considered, and any financial conflicts. How annuity commissions work. You purchase an annuity from a company through an agent. The insurance company then pays compensation to the agent or firm. You normally do not write a separate check to pay the commission. It may not appear as a separate deduction from the amount shown on your statement. However, that does not mean the compensation is free. The insurance company considers its selling, operating, and administrative costs when it designs the contract. Those costs can affect features such as the interest rate, the index cap, the participation rate, the available benefits, and the cost of optional riders. This does not mean that every product with a commission is a poor product. It simply means the compensation is part of the product's overall financial structure. How much can a seller receive? The amount of compensation can vary widely depending on the type of annuity, the company, and the length of the contract. Simpler fixed annuities may pay in the lower single-digit range. Longer or more complex contracts may pay more. Variable annuities offer different payment choices. The agency or brokerage firm may also receive overrides, production bonuses, or marketing support. That is why you should not rely on a general industry average. Let's use a simple example to see why this matters. Suppose someone purchases a $300,000 annuity with a 7% commission. 7% of $300,000 is $21,000. That means the agent or firm could receive $21,000 because of that sale. $21,000 is large enough that the buyer deserves to know about it. You should know if other reasonable choices would pay the seller more, less, or nothing at all. Many annuities include a surrender charge period. This is a fee that may apply if you withdraw more than the contract allows during the early years. For example, charges might last 5, 7, 10, or more years. The charge usually starts at a higher percentage and then falls over time until it reaches zero. A longer surrender period does not automatically mean a product is bad, but it does mean you may have less access to your money for a longer time. Not every annuity pays a sales commission. Some companies offer commission-free or fee-based annuities, often used by investment advisors who charge an advisory fee. That does not automatically make the contract less expensive. You still need to consider the advisory fee, contract expenses, and the cost of underlying investments. The important point is that there are different ways for a professional to be paid. Your job is to understand which method is being used and the total cost over time. Here is the most important question I want you to remember. Please show me, in both dollars and percentages, every way you and your firm will be paid if I purchase this annuity. Then show me what you would be paid on the main alternatives we could consider. That is a fair and reasonable question. You are not being rude or accusing anyone. A trustworthy professional should welcome the question. Be cautious if the person avoids it or says something vague like, "You don't pay me anything." You may also want to ask, what licenses do you hold? How many companies did you compare? Why is this contract better suited to me? And is there a lower cost version? Ask them calmly and respectfully. This is your money, your retirement, and your decision. You have every right to understand the recommendation before signing. Remember, a commission doesn't make a recommendation bad, and a fee doesn't make it good. What matters is if the product meets your needs and the cost is reasonable. In Lesson 4, we will open the contract and look closely at the fees, charges, and fine print. You are making great progress. I'll see you in Lesson 4.